Hi, so if you saw the last video, we were using this texture to emboss text over the top of it. This time though, we're going to cut the text out of the texture and we're going to use a different texture. This one should be okay. Metal, yeah, that's fine. So this time, instead of the black text, we're going to use white text. Let's type out our text first. Let's go smooth. We'll select it all with Control and A, and then we'll just change that there. There. Now we're going to go with white because we're going to go down to layer effects and we're going to go with inner shadow. So if we were using black font, then we wouldn't see the inner shadow. So we'll play around with that. We want to keep the distance quite low just because it'll separate it from the lines of the text. It won't look right. We can set the choke up a little bit and the size up slightly, and we want this opacity to be pretty high. Can we get away with that? No, we can't. There, we'll tweak it a little bit there. You can change the angle, so you can see that the shade is at the top here. If you change the angle, the shade, you can switch it so that it's under here. But we're going to use the global light, which will have all of the effects. The light will sort of come down from this angle. Right, so there's that, and then we need to mess around with the layer style. So, what does overlay look like? That looks pretty good. If you hold Alt and scroll, you can zoom in. What does soft light look like? I think overlay is probably our best bet there. Cool. There you go. So that's just the one effect that you really need. You can mess around with different shading techniques and stuff if you wanted to. You could use like a soft brush to bring these out a little bit more. But the reason why we used the white font is because the black font it wouldn't really show show anything. So there you go. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button. If you've got any questions, just ask in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, so I was just editing this, and I don't like it. I didn't think we went far enough with it. And the reason for that is all of these scratches in the texture are also in the text, and they wouldn't be there if we machined it out. So let's just go a little deeper. So I've got another texture, this guy, which is more like freshly machined metal. We just want to cover the text like that. I might tilt it so that it doesn't look so I don't know how to describe it. So it looks more authentic, I guess. In fact, let's tilt it in a different direction to the scratches going that way. So what we want to do now is we want to cut this out in the shape of the text that we've just made. So we'll drop it down. We'll go to the text layer, use the magic wand tool, and select like that. Make sure contiguous is off. Then we'll go to this, make sure it's rasterized so that you can delete it, and then all of the space around the font we're going to delete. So inside there should be a different texture now, which it is, but we can zoom in. Hang on. Like that. So now soft light is probably the one that works best. Can we turn this down a little bit? In fact, we could turn down the fill like that. So the fill, instead of the opacity, if you turn down the fill, it removes the text layer itself, but it doesn't affect the effects underneath it, whereas the opacity just gets rid of all of it, if that makes any sense to you. So if the opacity affects everything and the fill only affects the actual text layer, it doesn't affect the effects underneath it, if that makes sense. There, so So we went into a little bit more detail than I thought we would, but there we go. That's how you add a little bit more to your cutout in your texture. Thank you for watching. Bye.